Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bram Sportes. A new episode, new week. Today is Monday, June the 16th, 2025. I am your host, Brandon Ramos, and today I will be giving you scores and stats from games that occurred this past weekend. So stay tuned and welcome to Bram Sportes. Let's get started. And let's start with the NBA Finals Game 4 between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder on Friday night. This occurred on Friday night. And here the Oklahoma City Thunder came up with the win 111-104. A great ball game with Shea Gilgeous-Alexander being the leading scorer of this game with 35 points. You also had Chet Holmgren, who had a double-double in this game, 14 points, 15 rebounds. Jalen Williams had 27 points and 7 rebounds on this game. And coming off the bench, Alex Caruso, he had 20 points, 5 steals. A great performance from him. Again, off the bench, not a starter in this game. And for Oklahoma City, they outscored the Indiana Pacers 31-17 in the fourth quarter, much thanks to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who scored 15 of his 35 points in the fourth quarter. And with this win by the Oklahoma City Thunder, they tie the series up at 2 games apiece. And some players to shout out for the Indiana Pacers here. Tyrese Halliburton, he had 18 points, 7 assists, and a couple of rebounds and steals. And also New Mexico State alum Pascal Siakam, he had 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists. And he also had 5 steals in this game. So the series is tied at 2 games apiece. And game 5 of this NBA Finals will be tonight, Monday night, back at Oklahoma City. And now let's go to the NHL Stanley Cup Final. You got the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers. Game 5 with the Panthers getting the win here, 5-2. With here the Panthers had a 3-0 lead over the Oilers early in the third period. Then they went back and forth scoring, and Florida came up with the win in the end again, 5-2. Brad Marchand, a big player in this game with 2 goals, and Sam Bennett, he had 1 goal in this game. And with these goals, with these score, Brad Marchand already has 6 goals in this Stanley Cup final. Sam Bennett with 5 goals in this series. And with this game, Florida now leads the series 3-2, 1 win away from the Stanley Cup trophy. And game 6 will be back at Florida, so a chance for the Panthers to win the title once again at home. Game 6 will be on Tuesday night. And now let's take a look at the MLB. Some scores from Sunday. We start with the Cincinnati Reds, who defeated the Detroit Tigers 8-4. And here the Reds won the weekend series over the Tigers 2-1. The Baltimore Orioles swept the Angels yesterday. They beat Los Angeles 11-2. Colorado avoided the sweep yesterday as they defeated the Atlanta Braves 10-1. The Miami Marlins swept the Washington Nationals 3-1 was the final score yesterday, and they swept the weekend series 3-0. The Boston Red Sox in their rivalry series against the New York Yankees, here the Red Sox won 2-0 on Sunday, and they won the weekend series 3-0. The Philadelphia Phillies swept the Toronto Blue Jays this past weekend. Yesterday, Philadelphia won 11-4. The Tampa Bay Rays also with a sweep in their series over the New York Mets, and here the Rays won 9-0 on Sunday. The Houston Astros walk off the Minnesota Twins 2-1 on Sunday in 10 innings, and that means the Astros swept the weekend series over Minnesota. The Athletics defeated the Kansas City Royals 3-2, and here the Athletics also with a sweep in this series, 3-0. The Milwaukee Brewers won 3-2 over the Cardinals yesterday, and this was a 4-game series, and Milwaukee won 3 of those games this past weekend. The Chicago Cubs a walk-off win on Sunday as they defeated the Pittsburgh Pirates 3-2 in 10 innings. And here the Cubs won the weekend series 3-1, also a 4-game series. The Texas Rangers defeated the Chicago White Sox 2-1, and here the Rangers swept the White Sox 3-0. The Seattle Mariners shut out the Cleveland Guardians 6-0, and Seattle also wins this weekend series 3-0. The San Diego Padres avoided the sweep over the Arizona Diamondbacks 8-2 yesterday. Arizona still won the weekend series 2-1, and a huge series in LA where the Dodgers played host to the San Francisco Giants. The Dodgers won yesterday 5-4, and that made the Dodgers win that weekend series 2-1. And really quick look at the standings in the MLB. You got the in the AL East, the New York Yankees lead the division with a 42-38 record, and 3.5 games back of them are the Tampa Bay Rays with a record of 39 wins and 32 losses. In the American League Central, the Detroit Tigers with the best record in all of Major League Baseball, 46 wins, 27 losses. Behind them are the Minnesota Twins, 36 wins, 35 losses, a 9-game gap between these two teams. In the American League West, the Houston Astros lead the division with a 41-30 record. They're followed by the Seattle Mariners with 36 wins, 34 losses. Seattle is 4.5 games back of Houston. In the National League, we start in the East Division with the New York Mets leading the division, 45 wins, 27 losses. The Philadelphia Phillies are 42-29 on the season, 2.5 games back of the Mets. The Chicago Cubs lead the National League Central, 44-28 on the season. Milwaukee, right behind them, 39-34, a 5.5 game difference. And then the National League West, the Dodgers lead the division, 43 wins, 29 losses. Behind them, the San Francisco Giants. The Giants are 41-31 on the season, 2-game gap between the Dodgers and the Giants in the National League West. And now let's go to the Men's College World Series that started on Friday with the double elimination round. Arizona and 13 seed Coastal Carolina, and here Coastal Carolina got the win 7-4. Louisville and number 8 Oregon State was the other game in the top half of the bracket, with the Beavers getting the win 4-3. So in the elimination games that occurred yesterday, Louisville defeated Arizona 8-3. That means Arizona is eliminated for the Men's College World Series. And in the 1-0 matchup, 13 seed Coastal Carolina played 8 seed Oregon State, and here Coastal Carolina got the win 6-2. That means Coastal Carolina is 1 win away from the championship series. Oregon State and Louisville will play in an elimination game on Tuesday. And the other half of the bracket, you got Murray State and 15 seed UCLA, and here UCLA got the win over the Racers 6-4. And in the other game, 6 seed LSU played 3 seed Arkansas, and LSU got the win 4-1. And here, so I'm going to point out Centennial High School alum Stephen Milam. He went 2 for 4 in this game with 1 run scored. And so it will be Murray State and 3 seed Arkansas in the elimination game today. And in the 1-0 matchup, 15 seed UCLA taking on 6 seed LSU and Stephen Milam. Again, that's tonight. And the winner of UCLA and LSU will be 1 win away from the championship series. And the loser will take on the winner of Murray State and 3 seed Arkansas in an elimination game. Now let's take a look at what happened in the WNBA this weekend. We start with the LA Sparks and the Minnesota Lynx, and here the Lynx got the win 101-78. Minnesota improves to 10-1 on the season. The Sparks dropped to 4-8. The New York Liberty, they took on the Indiana Fever. Fever got the win here 102-88. and that is the first loss of the season for the New York Liberty. And for Indiana Fever, they improved to 500, 5-5. Seattle Storm taking on the Golden State Valkyries, and here the Valkyries got the win, 76-70. Seattle drops to 6-5 on the season. Golden State improves to 5-5. And here, former UTEP miner Kayla Thornton big in this game with 22 points and 12 rebounds, a double double for the El Paso Star. Also, this past weekend, the Chicago Sky taking on the Connecticut Sun. The Sky won this game 78-66. Sky improved to 3-7 on the season. Connecticut falls to 2-8. The Atlanta Dream taking on the Washington Mystics, and here the Atlanta Dream won this game 89-56. Atlanta Dream improved to 8-3 on the season. Washington drops to 4-7. Phoenix Mercury taking on the Las Vegas Aces, and here the Mercury won 76-70. Phoenix improves to 8-4 on the season. Las Vegas drops to 5-5. And in the standings in the WNBA, after these scores, you got Minnesota leading the league with 10 wins and 1 loss. They're followed by the New York Liberty, just a half game back, 9 wins and 1 loss. Also got the Dream sitting in third place at 8-3. Phoenix right behind them at 8-4. And you got the Seattle Storm 6-5 on the season, sitting in fifth place. And also, let's take a look at what happened with the El Paso Locomotive FC. They were back home this past weekend. Unfortunately, not a good result for them as they lost 3-0 at Southwest University Park. El Paso Locomotive FC, their first home loss since March 22nd for them. However, not all lost for them as they are sitting in fifth place with 20 points. A very tight USL Western Conference standings as they're still a couple points back of the first place New Mexico United, who also lost their match this past weekend. So, chance for Locomotive FC to bounce back this weekend as they are on the road to take on Monterey Bay. So, a chance for the El Paso Locomotive FC to have a great performance and still have a great pace here in the league. And this concludes this Monday edition of Bram Sports, the third episode of Bram Sports. Thank you so much for watching. I am your host, Brandon Ramos. And once again, like this video, subscribe to this channel so you can know when a new episode is uploaded. The new episodes are uploaded Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, so don't miss it right here on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.